Hi guys, wishing you all a very good evening. Welcome to today's analysis video. I hope you all had a good day today. Make it a point to mark all those levels because they are important levels which market has given us historically. And you can go back and watch the video in which I have talked about how to mark support and resistance. And towards the end of the video during the Bank Nifty analysis, we will talk about the trade I took in Bank Nifty today. I'll show you the trade book and from there I will explain the logic behind the trade. Okay, great. So let's get on with Nifty first. Let's talk about this first candle. It opened as a bullish pin bar, and as you can see, here was the day low and it opened exactly at the day low. Now, whenever a candle opens at the day low, I am really skeptical. Most of the times people will see that candle and go long. I have a very bad experience doing that. In my experience, most of the times price will not rally from there, but it will reverse and fall. This is what happened today. So I never really take long trades whenever I see such candles. I most often think of them as trap candles. See, most often in the stock market while trading intraday, we should be only looking at reversals and breakouts. So these are the only two type of trades that we should be taking as intraday traders, because here is where the bread and butter lies. You should not be looking to enter into rallies. So with my thought process, I never enter into rallies, so I am never suffering from FOMO that okay, now I'm seeing this candle, this kind of a bullish candle. If I don't enter on the high of this candle, the price is going to keep going up and then I'm going to miss the bus. No, I never do that. I never enter into rallies like that. I will most probably look for a breakout like this, like it happened today here, but I did not even take the breakout here. So let's delete this and I'll tell you what happened here. So let's go back to the previous day for a while. See, this day was a positive day, right? Price had gone from the low here to the high here, and a lot of people must have sold puts, shorted puts here, and they must have held on to their positions looking at Nifty being bullish for the past few sessions. So even here we had seen a nice rally, and then again this day was not a weak day at all. So I know that there must be a lot of people who must have shorted puts and who must have been holding on to their positions, and so when such kind of a candle happens, I am very fearful of going long on the high of this candle, because most often I know that all those people who are holding on to long positions will start booking profits some or the other time. When they start booking profits, the price is going to reverse. And as I had said yesterday, when price starts reversing and such big red candles are seen, a lot of sellers enter into the market. These are called responsive sellers. So the new sellers take new positions inside of the market, and then the price falls further. And then we had this zone marked yesterday, which was the virgin CPR. I hope you are marking all these areas. So this is the virgin CPR, and it is here that price started to show some support, and you can see that price after that did show good resilience here, and then finally it broke out of the virgin CPR, and then it gave this upward rally. Now again at this level you can see the candles here. You can see that 1:10 PM candle, then the 1:20 PM candle. You can see all these candles. So let's mark out all these candles. These are again taking resistance at the same resistance that we had marked. Now is this resistance important? Are these resistances important after the price has broken them? Yes, they are important, because here this was a failed breakout. So we will adjust this particular level for tomorrow, but see, for today's trading in intraday, both these levels are important levels. So you should pay attention to price action whenever price comes to this level again, or even to this level again in intraday. We will see how we are supposed to adjust these levels later, but as of now you can see that price took resistance at the same level here. You can see the wicks inside this box here, and then price fell again, and you've all seen how the fall was. Now price came down here this was the 255 candle, and I had updated in the Telegram that there was a gap that I had not marked previously and I'd missed marking that, so I had updated it today morning. And you can see that price came, it kind of filled the gap. There's a very small gap that is yet to be filled, but that's okay, it's a very minute gap. And price has come here and again it has taken some support at the gap. And you could see here that this was the candle, the big red candle, the 9:35 a.m. candle. So this candle broke the CPR, and it was not a good idea to short this candle because it was a sudden fall like this. See, it was a sudden fall, and such falls are knee-jerk reactions. Markets behave very erratically at such times, and there's a lot of volatility also during such times. So now, was this a good trade to take, to short this candle, this big candle? Where would you keep your SL? You would keep your SL on the top here, and your entry would be somewhere here, and then that would be such a big SL, isn't it? Is this big an SL you're going to take? And where would you take profit? For you to cover that amount of profit, you would probably have to take profit at, say, around, at least around S3, I would say. Visually, at least I'm saying that. I've not calculated that area. So this is the zone around which you will have to take profit to ensure that you are taking a 1:2 kind of a trade. Although the trade worked here, because had you kept your SL here, which would have been a very big SL, which is anyway not recommended, then price came up to here, took resistance and then went down again. So it would have given you profits on S3 also, but price could have easily taken this area, went up to this area and then taken selling from here. So there was no logic behind trading on this particular candle after it had broken the CPR. The CPR was broken because there was a sudden violent movement downward. Such times only CPR can stop such a movement, but today even CPR was unable to stop that fall. And then, well, anyway, it came here, it actually broke down towards the S2. You can see the S2 here. This is the S2. See, I'll just magnify it a bit. See, this is S2, which had provided support here with this candle. Price reversed at S2, and then after that, this big candle here, 2:45 p.m. candle, it broke the S2, and then it also broke the S3, and then it, for a while, it showed some reaction at the gap here, and then it fell further into the gap to fill it. Alright, so let's go ahead and mark what essential levels we need to mark for tomorrow. See, now here the gap can be deleted. We don't need that anymore. Just simply extend this level downwards a little bit so that we know that that level is still intact, and we will push this level up higher a little bit, and we will keep the resistance at the day high. Okay, we can remove the Virgin CPR from the 17th Jan. Now it doesn't make sense because now it's no more a Virgin CPR, and we will be marking one level here. You can see the S2 level here providing support, and when it was broken, now when price comes back to that level, it will be a either from the bottom or from the top, it will again give some reaction there. So it's best that you keep that level ready. So if you see that tomorrow price is coming up like this from here, then there is a high chance that at this level it takes resistance and then falls again. And anyway, that level is within the CPR, so it will act as a strong resistance. And again, tomorrow's CPR is an average sized one, but towards the broad side again. So this is not the kind of CPR which I call narrow at all. Day high will be an important area tomorrow, a highly important area, day high, since it is the supply zone here. You can see that price has fallen from there. This is the supply zone, and I think this should be all. If there are any specific levels that I find, I will update them on Telegram and Twitter. Alright, so let's go to Bank Nifty now. Bank Nifty opened with this candle here. This was also a pin bar, and you can see that Bank Nifty is opened right within CPR. Okay, and here I was hoping that Bank Nifty would break CPR in the very first candle. So had Bank Nifty broken out of CPR with a green candle like this, had this been a bullish kind of a pin bar, then I would have been confident because of the CPR to keep my SL below this candle, take an entry here, and then book my profit at the supply zone here somewhere in this area. But that was not to happen, and Bank Nifty did not really give me a signal in the very first candle here. So what I did was I waited, and then this third candle, the 925 candle, you can see that candle was a very strong bullish candle, and that gave me confidence that Bank Nifty was looking positive. I waited for price to correct from there. I needed some place to enter. Obviously I couldn't have entered keeping my sell here and entry here just because the CPR was broken. Obviously that was not my plan. My plan was that, see what I had done was, this was my entry candle, right? And at that point I wanted a correction towards a level where I could keep a safe enough stop loss, right? I could keep my SL in some safe place where I know that the price will not come and take my SL easily. And then I wanted a place where I could take a confident entry. So whenever your stop loss is well protected, your entry is confident, you are not fumbled, you are not afraid of taking that entry. So here, as price corrected down towards the central pivot, I saw this bullishness below, and I knew that this wick was indicating that the CPR was going to hold. Anyway, a wide CPR like this is always a good support. So I was never looking for a breakout trade to the downside today. I was definitely looking for an upside momentum right since Bank Nifty opened today. Price here formed a nice base, and at this point you can see from the trade book that at 9:41 I had initiated a trade, and at that time I went long. So this is a futures trade. You can see it is the Bank Nifty Jan future, and you can see the price at that time was 38,420. So that was the price in which I traded in futures. So this was the swing high where I wanted to take my profit back at that level. So that was what I had planned. Since it was a wide CPR, I was not looking for a breakout of that level. So I was not looking for breakouts at all today. Obviously, you know, as you can see from today's example, that markets can behave erratically. You cannot apply any reason to the markets. But from our side, we should be as particularly safe as possible. So I was looking to take profit back at the initial swing high. So I wanted to keep my SL in a safe place here, that was below the low of the first candle also. And then I kept my SL here, I entered, and then my stop loss was this small, and this was my target. So it was a 1:2 trade. You can see from the order book that the sell was completed at 38,000, almost 560. So that was the price point at which I was looking at. You can see that cancelled order at 38,550 because I saw that price was giving me a good sign that that level would be reached. And since I had done with my 1:2, I got out of the trade. So it's best to not be greedy. And you can see from the screen that SL that was placed was at around 38,330 rupees. I intentionally keep the SL a little bit further away. That is my style of trading because I feel psychologically that then I can manually pull my SL in a little bit, but I need a net, I need a safety net. So I keep the SL a little bit further away from my SL level, my actual planned SL level. And SL is always mathematical, so everything is done on position sizing. If price had reversed towards my level, I would definitely have closed the trade manually by shifting my SL earlier. So well, this is what I wanted to show you today. This is how you should learn to take trades with confidence and with a lot of patience. So going further, you can see that R2 provided a strong resistance to price, and price could not convincingly break R2. You can see that this was the new resistance level that was formed by this wick, and this candle could not break the R2, neither could this candle, and then this green candle could not break the high of this wick, and before it could be broken, price had already reversed, it gave a pullback and then fell further. There is no need to participate in those because you never know when those crashes can end. There is no reason to feel unlucky about missing out on such rallies or crashes. If you can see in Nifty, it was the 1310 candle that had taken resistance at the resistance that we had marked yesterday, and that is the reason why here, after this resistance was taken, even Bank Nifty took resistance at this level, which was the R2 pivot, and because of that resistance it took a fall. Because Nifty had fallen, Bank Nifty also fell after the 110 candle. That was the price action for both Nifty and Bank Nifty today. Let us see now what levels we have to mark in Bank Nifty. You can delete this level now. See, now the PDH is an important level again. It's a big supply zone. So you just have to mark this. You can take a ray and mark the PDH like this. So now again, Bank Nifty has a wide CPR here. You can see this CPR. It's a big wide CPR. All other levels, we already have them ready on the charts. If I find any more particular levels, I will update them. So please keep yourself updated with my Telegram channel and Twitter also. So that was the analysis of price action for today, as well as the trade I took in futures today. A lot of you had asked me why I sell only options. So I thought that today I will trade in futures, and it really doesn't matter which instrument you're using. You can buy options, you can sell options, you can buy or sell futures. It really doesn't matter which instrument you use, as long as you have good control on your psychology. You have a strategy that will pull you through all kind of market scenarios, and a psychology which tells you that you should first protect your SL, and the idea that any trade can go against you. In fact, I go with the belief that any trade I take is going to go against me. So I go in with that psychology, and that is the psychology that helps me to take my profits, because I'm not expecting profits, I'm expecting the trade to hit my SL. So if you go in with that attitude, you will protect your SL and you will respect it, and you will not let it get hit very easily. So I think that will be all for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you've liked it, please like and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell icon, and please share this video with your friends and ensure that they subscribe to my channel too. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.